Morning. So, Module 7, Lesson 4. Solve multiplicative comparison word problems using measurement conversion tables. So, today we're doing word problems, and we've already learned the different comparisons, like in 1 hour there's 60 minutes, and 1 minute there's 60 seconds. 1 liter has 1,000 milliliters, so stuff like that. So now we just have to solve our word problems. So these are always tricky because we have to figure out what we're supposed to be doing. So for this, we're going to use tape diagrams I think I'm going to use a tape diagram for all of them. You don't necessarily have to, but you have to be able to show me that you know what you're doing. So use the RDW, process to solve the following problems. That's read, draw, write. So circle, underline, box. Make sure you are writing your answer statements. That's the right part. The drawing part is really us doing the tape diagram. So, all right, we'll get right to it. Beth is allowed 2 hours of TV time each week. Her sister is allowed 2 times as much. How many minutes of TV can Beth's sister watch? There are a couple different ways you can do this. So if you do it your way and still get the same answer, that's fine. So my first thought is, okay, so Beth is 2 hours. So can you see this a little bit? Beth is 2 hours, right? So why am I doing that? Oh no, I forgot my eraser. So I'll just get a tissue right now. Sorry about that. I haven't done that in a long time. All right, so let's do a tape diagram. Beth is 2 hours. And her sister gets 2 times that. So we'll do 1 and then 2. Now I know a lot of you are like, oh, well, I just 2 times 2 is 4. I get that, but let's show it. So she's allowed 4 hours, right? But it says how many minutes. So what you could have done is you could have said, well, 2 hours is, so 1 hour is 60 minutes, so 2 hours is 120 minutes, and then multiply it by 2. I kept it as the 2 hours and 2 hours, so 4 hours. So I know that there are 60 minutes in 4 hours. So how many minutes are total? 240 minutes. So then you would have your answer statement. How many minutes of TV can Beth's sister watch? So Beth's sister can watch 240 minutes of TV. So either way, it would work if you converted the 2 hours to 120 minutes first and then multiplied. That would be fine. Clay, so now we're at number 2. Clay weighs 9 times as much as his baby sister. Clay weighs 63 pounds. How much does his baby sister weigh in ounces? Okay, so I'm going to deal with pounds and then convert ounces at the end. The way the book did it is they actually converted the pounds to ounces first and went from there, but I think it's easier to work in pounds, to be quite honest. So we know about Clay and we know about Clay's sister. This one is actually, I'm just going to write sister. This one is hard because you have to, in your head, realize that Clay, we're talking about Clay being the bigger one. So Clay actually weighs 63 pounds, but the baby sister is basically our starting point. So this is her, and we don't know how much she weighs. Clay weighs 9 times that. So this one, you had to actually work backwards in your head. So I gotta do this 9 times. So I'm just gonna go all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, we did it. So he weighs 63 pounds. this whole thing is 63 pounds. See, that was the hard part on this one. This one was tricky. Okay, so how do we figure out how much he weighed, or how much each is worth? You can take your 63 and divide it by 9. So if you take 63 and divide it by 9, you get 7 pounds. So each of these is worth 7 pounds. That means the sister was 7 pounds. Oops, LBS. So now we can't just say she was 7 pounds. We have to convert that to ounces. So do you remember how many ounces are in a pound? It is 16. 16 ounces in a pound. So 6 times 7 is 42. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Clay's baby sister weighs 112 ounces. Oh, you can't see the bottom. So that one was tricky because you had to realize that the baby sister weighed less. So you really actually had to think about that one in your head in order to draw the tape diagram. And that one, a tape diagram was super helpful for sure. All right, number 3. Helen has 4 yards of rope. Daniel has 4 times as many as Helen. So we have Helen and we have Daniel. How many more feet of rope does Daniel have compared to Helen's? All right, so let's just get it started by drawing. Helen has 4 yards, right? And Daniel has 4 times as many. So he's got 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And they're each worth 4 yards. It says, how many more feet of rope does Daniel have compared to Helen? Well, Helen has 4 yards and Daniel has how many total? 4, 8, 12, 16. But that's, you're not looking for the answer of 16. How many more does Daniel have than Helen? So it's really this part that we are looking at. So how many yards is that? That would be 12 yards. Very simple, right? Well, no, we need to know feet. Well, this is an easy one because for every yard, there's 3 feet. So we just multiply by 3 and it gives us 36 feet. Now, a lot of you probably wanted to write 48 because you wanted to do all of those, but you're comparing these two. So these kind of like go away. This is how many more Daniel has over Helen. All right, so make sure you write your answer statement for that. Look at this, we're already on the back. A dishwasher uses 11 liters of water for each cycle. So dishwasher, wow, that didn't work very well, but 11 liters. 11 liters. A washing machine uses 5 times as much water as a dishwasher for each load. So we want washing machine. Yeah, you try to do that upside down. So 5 times as many. So we need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are each worth 11 liters. Okay. Combined, how many milliliters of water are used for one cycle? So we want the combined. So we want both of these. So the first thing you can do is convert the 11 liters to milliliters, or you can just work in liters first and then convert at the end. I usually convert at the end. It just makes more sense to me. So we have to combine all of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So you can do 11 times 6. I can already see some of you going off to the side and actually just adding all those up. That's fine. But we can also do 11 times 6 to give us 66. So it's 66 liters. So 1 liter has how many milliliters? It has 1,000. So now we just multiply by 1,000 and we have 66,000 milliliters. Not too bad. So your answer statement, 66,000 milliliters are used for one cycle for each machine. not for each machine. And our last one. This one's a little bit more complicated. It's not too bad. Joyce bought 2 pounds of apples. She bought 3 times as many pounds of potatoes as apples. The melons she bought were 10 ounces lighter than the total weight of the potatoes. This is a really good one to draw out. How many ounces did the melons weigh? Remember, circle, underline, box. All right, so we're going to stick with pounds right now. And we got our apples. Oops, apples at 2 pounds, right? Potatoes were 3 times as many, so we'd need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. So that's 2, 2, 2, giving us a grand total of 6 pounds. I just like to write that. It just helps me. And then melons, that was a little bit more difficult. They were 10 ounces lighter than the total weight of the potatoes. So we don't actually know how to necessarily draw this. So this is one of those ones where, like, I like to convert at the end. This one we need to convert during. We need to change these pounds to ounces. So you can leave it like this, and then you can just write also inside or above, below, whatever. So 1 pound has how many ounces? We did this for question 2. It has 16 ounces. So 2 pounds has 32 ounces. Oop, I think my Z is backwards. Oh well. So each one of these is 32, right? So how many ounces is that? 32 times 3, 6, 96. So that's 96. I don't usually use my finger, but ounces. All right. So now we can figure out the melons. It says it is 10 ounces less. So we have 86 ounces. So there's our answer. So this one would actually have been drawn like this. Well, if we were to really draw it, because we don't know what that is. But I kind of got stuck on that because I was staying in pounds. But this is one of those times where you have to realize, okay, I actually need to convert this in order to figure it out. And I'm sure you would have figured that out. But I tend to convert it at the end, but sometimes it is important to convert it at the beginning or at the middle. You just have to figure out what to do on that. So that is the end of lesson 4 problem set. I hope that you knew what to do for at least most of them as you were beginning this with me. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.